This segment is being sponsored by Capital Sportsman.
All right, welcome back, everyone. This week's Picture of the Week is being brought to you by Flowers Garden Center. And let me tell you something, if you have not been out there and seen the changes, you owe yourself a treat. And go out there. It's like walking back in time just a little bit. Old rustic look in front, but it's all concrete inside. Very nice, very well kept. Everything's in its own place, and Mike and the whole Flowers gang has just done a tremendous job out there in making your shopping for plants easier and more accessible. Go by and check them out. 4550 Eaton's Creek Road. They are open from 8 to 5 every day. Mike just said 8 to 5. I was going to say 8 to whenever you can get there, but no, it's 8 to 5. So go out there and check them out and tell them you saw it here on Southern Woods and Waters. All right, our picture's here. This first picture here, this is a good friend of mine. Now, actually, this is a client of his, but Jake Davis. Jake Davis is on Tim's Ford Lake. Jake sent me this picture. He said, Hugh, we got about 30 of these today. Nice brown fish off of Tim's Ford Lake, and that was actually it was yesterday that he caught them all. But Jake is a great guide. He does Gunnersville, he does Tim's Ford, and he does Nickajack. So check him out. I promise you, you will have a great time with Mid-South Guide Service, Jake Davis. Okay, we got our next picture here. Look at these two girls. Now, these are chicks with guns right here. Let me tell you, that is Helen Dawson and Colleen Boyer, and they doubled out the other day on turkeys. And as you can see, they got big smiles and big birds on their backs back there, and you don't want to mess with them. They do carry shotguns, and they do know how to use them, just so you all know that. All right, my next picture. This is a real good friend of mine, Brian Pinton. This is his lovely daughter, Ashley. And he said, Hugh, I could take anybody turkey hunting, but I got to take Ashley first. He said, that's how it's done. So Ashley came home from school and took this nice, mature gobbler just the other day with her dad. And boy, was Dad happy. Brian's always happy about that. Our next picture here, my good buddy, Fishing for Pink, or Pink Fishing, whichever way he puts his shirt on. And this is Tanner Hale, and look at there what a spoonbill he got at Old Hickory Lake. Of course, he immediately released it, but that is a nice spoonbill. And yes, they are all over Old Hickory and the Cumberland River. So a lot of those kind of fish out there. So don't freak out and think it's some kind of prehistoric monster. It's just a spoonbill. So good job there, Tanner. We appreciate you sending that picture. Our next picture here, this is Greg Adams. And Greg said, Hugh, just had to show you a nice smallmouth from Kentucky Lake. He said, Kentucky Lake's been known for its largemouth, but it's got a lot of smallmouth in it also. So great job there, Greg. Thank you for sending it. Greg sent it to us by Facebook, and I really appreciate him doing that. So great job, Greg. Keep it up, buddy. Keep sending those pictures. The next picture here, this is my little buddy, Connor Robinson. And Connor, I met him Monday down at Fate Sanders. He had the day out of school, and he went and caught those two crappie right there on Percy Priest with his dad and his granddad. And he was really proud of his two, and they were two nice crappie too, by the way. And so Connor, I appreciate you letting me show your picture on there. Tell the family we said hello. All right, you can send your pictures to us here at Southern Woods and Waters, 474 James Robinson Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee, 37219, or simply email them to me at hugh@southernwoodsandwaters.com or Facebook at Southern Woods and Waters. We'd love to get them on here. A lot of people are doing a lot of good out there. If you can get through the rains and get on out there, just have yourself a good time. While I'm speaking about rain, okay, I have with me tonight, I have Peyton Massey with Tennessee Blood Trailer Network, and I have Jason with us. And Jason, you have Top Shot Canines. Now, you actually breed and train trailing hounds or training dogs, canines. Yeah. So that's what you do year round. Peyton, you do the networking to where you're actually putting hunters with dogs and handlers.
Yes, yes.
We talked before the show, and I believe Helen asked you what was your toughest deal, and you said when it's so dry it's like a desert. That's the roughest there is. You actually like a little bit of a misty rain or something?
If moisture in the air.
Moisture in the air.
Yeah. So honestly, when it was last year, when we had our drought last year, I prefer nighttime tracks.
Okay.
I would be tracking all night. That was the best. That was the best
because
condition.
the moisture's in there. So what does it do? It hits the trail or the blood or the excrement, whatever it is, and it revitalizes that scent.
Yeah, if you with rain, or drizzle, it'll rehydrate.
Okay.
And it lets it permeate out. So to speak. And when you have that, the dog can move right on through it. With it being bone dry, they're really looking for small pockets of scent in order, so to speak. Most of us prefer the rain or after a rain. I've tracked several of them right after rains. Real heavy deluge rain will wash them scent away, but it's still there.
I want to ask you something because it just came to me. I saw a editorial about hounds and trailing hounds, specifically blood trailing, that the red bone hound can actually trail from a scent that's 3 weeks old. Is he the only hound that can do that, or is other hounds able to do that same?
There's other hounds out there that are capable of that. Dogs, their olfactory sensors is what works for them, is what the process is. So some dogs have bigger olfactories than others as far as their scenting. But
they said that some hounds can trail while you're driving them down the road. They can pick up that scent.
Yeah.
Is that not amazing to you?
Wow.
That just blows my mind that they can do that. Because at 65 miles an hour, all I'm thinking about is what's flapping in my face, you know. And you see some of these dogs, some of that stuff flaps, you know.
Absolutely.
So I'm wondering, how does he even smell it anyway when his lips up here? It is, but they can.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's amazing what they can do.
It's more common out west or in the Midwest where there's big open fields, and a lot of guys that'll do bird dogs. It's called roading. They'll ride the road. Dog lets off. That's where we're getting off.
Right.
Hey, just so y'all know, I drove through North Dakota and I found this out. In North Dakota, you can hunt anywhere. And so what you're talking about is true. They got those bird dogs, and when they pick up the scent of a pheasant, you can stop and go hunt that pheasant. And I thought that was pretty wild. I mean, because if you do that in Tennessee, I promise you're going to get stopped.
And a lot of guys in the South, they'll do it with hogs. Texas, Louisiana, Florida, southern Georgia. They'll road on private property.
Right.
And when the dog bays off, they'll stop
and get out and do that. Now I know they do it in southern Georgia, especially for quail, because they ride the tractors and all that, and the trailers, and they're eating shrimp kebabs and things like that while they're riding, and then it gets serious whenever we get a hint. But I say all that because I just think that dogs are so amazing that they can do the things that they do.
Absolutely.
And let's face it, I've always been like, a deer has over 1 million sensory nerve endings for smell. A dog has to have at least that much.
Some breeds go up to 10 million.
10 million. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, it's where I said every dog can do it. Some dogs do it better than others.
All right, like we're so regimented. That's what I'm trying to say, Jesse. We're so regimented. We got terriers chasing squirrels. We got coon dogs chasing coons. We got beagles chasing rabbits. That's just the norm. But actually, any dog can do that.
Yeah,
if it's trained.
Yeah, dual purpose dogs are completely okay to do.
All right, I got a question for you, because you said this in your number one trailing dog is a what?
Dutch Shepherd.
Okay. Now, is that German Shepherd?
No.
Or is it an off breed?
No, German Shepherd is they're the same family of dog, of working dog.
Okay.
But their Dutch Shepherds are very similar to Belgian Malinois, which are typically associated with police dogs or military dogs, and more associated with doing bite work for apprehension, for taking down bad guys, so to speak.
Okay.
And a lot of them do dual purpose scent dogs as drug dogs and apprehension dogs. So my personal dog, she's also protection trained, and she also loves her trailing.
But I know you, just in the brief time I've known you, you'd put your dog up against anybody's dog
Absolutely.
out there.
Any day of the week.
See, that's all I need to know. Hey, we got to do our product of the week, so let's go do that. That is kindly taken care of by a great sponsor of ours, Caney Fork Outdoors. They are located in your Dawson Shopping Plaza right here in, well, just right here in Dawson. But their main office is over here on the Caney Fork River. Get ready, because May 13th now, May 13th is Waterpalooza. And we want you to know about that. You need to come go with us on the Caney Fork River. There's going to be hundreds of people there kayaking and splashing and, yeah, turning you over, tipping you over, whatever you're going to do. You're going to get wet, so just come on out there and have a good time with us. We're going to be there, and hopefully everybody's going to have a great, great day. So we hope to see you there. All right. Our product is, I ran into my good buddy Alex Rutledge at the National Wild Turkey Federation convention, and Alex has got a brand new owl call. And for you turkey hunters, I primarily use an owl call for my locator. I know guys that use hawk, they use what's the one with the big plumage? Oh, come on. What's the name of that bird?
Peacock.
Peacock. That's
yeah,
how I know.
yeah.
Peafowl, peacock, you know, stuff like that. Crow, but I like the owl. The owl gives off a great, great sound, and you got to check him out. It's called Roostum Outdoors. Roostum Outdoors. Check it out on the website, Roostum Outdoors. That is Alex Rutledge, and Alex is located in Missouri. Great, great owl call. Give it a try. I promise you, you will not go wrong with that, because he makes some great calls. He doesn't let it out of his hands unless it does what it's supposed to. So we appreciate that. Check him out, Alex Rutledge, Roostum Outdoors. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, hey, you can open up your phone lines, call us here. We'll be ready to see you then. Be right back.